And in this next episode of the Art of Character podcast, we're going to get into just that. We're going to do the top 10 tips or tricks DMs can use to inspire and enrich your games through better role play at your tables. So you have that player that's disguised himself that starts to walk up to the bad guys and say, "Oh, right before you walk off, I tap you on the shoulder. I'm like, make me your prisoner. I've got an idea." And they're improvising the whole way. They haven't planned this out. There isn't really time for them to, okay, the bad guys are walking up to you, right? So as the DM, also, I can put a little pressure on the scene, as it were. So they're starting to talk about this. Okay, the bad guys are walking up to you. What do you do? What do you say? Hey, what are you doing over there? Hey, who goes there? Whatever it might be, but put a little pressure on the scene, kind of encourage them to keep moving along, to stay in character, to stay in kind of that improv moment. And then I have just had some incredible scenes with players. There was one that I can remember where there was this magic apple that they were trying to get a hold of in a particular adventure, and there was a crowd. And so one of the players says, "I'm going to steal this apple," and everybody else is like, because it wasn't really planned out. But it was just a total yes and moment. And they all kind of pitched in, and they were trying to pass the apple off to each other and all doing these deception checks. It wound up in this big kind of combat, and it unfolded in this really kind of a cool moment that those players still talk about today. But it was just yes and, just one thing after another, complete and total improv. One of the players just threw something in there, and everybody else just rolled along with it. And the more that I can roll with that as a DM, and the more that I can do that as players kind of throw those improv things, and then I do this, yes, and what? And then what do you say? And then what do you do? And just keep going like that. It leads to some amazing table experiences, some complete and total immersion, really, of everybody there at the table as more and more the characters, the players, start adding in and doing to whatever was going on. Anyway, it can just be pretty awesome.